Yo, what is up everybody? And here we go with the builds. As I'll see from the preview, you can do a lot of damage, man, with this build. So let's go ahead and get into these builds, man. So yeah, these builds all are pretty much the same. There's a little bit of differences and of course different weapon. And we're going to be doing all the weapons. And starting with the sword, man, we're going to be having Berserker. Berserker, the more you do damage, the more you're going to be doing even more damage because there's going to be stacks. The stacks 3.5% damage, extra damage, and it stacks 10 times. So you want to have Berserker constant damage, and you keep outputting, and it keeps going higher and higher and higher. Conduit, Lantern Hold, you get attack speed, and it lasts for 10 seconds. And with the Strike Zeal, you get even more attack speed for 15% increase attack speed. So you definitely want that. Cunning, of course, you want those crits. You're going to be getting a lot of crits in this escalation. Frost escalation, you go with the Avatar of Destruction, you're going to be getting those crits really easily. So you get 10% extra chance and the extra damage, 30%. Overpower, you're going to be staggering behemoths. Well, you're always going to be staggering behemoths. It's part breaks and just interrupts. They're going to be staggered really easy. 40% extra damage versus those behemoths that are staggered. Pulse, every 5th hit is a critical strike. Now with these fast weapons, I'm going to be using Pulse, and they're going to be just doing that damage and that critical strike really fast. So it's a guaranteed every 5th hit. Pretty insane. And 15% extra strike damage. So you're getting even more damage with that. With Sharpen, you get extra part damage. So you're going to be breaking those parts. You want to farm Urska. So you want to get those parts. Boom, Sharpen. Every build has Sharpen, and it's going to be really easy. Now, every build is going to be pretty much fairly the same. So, we're going to be having Berserker, Avenger Overdrive for the sword, Recursive Hilt. And the Avenger Overdrive gives you parry. We have Discipline for all of these builds as well. Donor Deep Capacitator with Cunning on it. Conduit on Light's Virtue. For the hands, we're going to have Sharpen. And then Chronovore's Pulse on that. And that's going to be this build right here. They're all similar. So let's go ahead and move on to the axe right here. This is our damage dealer right here. Big damage. Now for this build, we're going to be having Catalyst on this. We're going to be using tonics. But with each of these builds, you can replace the Aether cells. So let's say you want to use Conduit. You can replace this. Boom. Put Conduit in there instead of Catalyst. Or whichever ones you want to do. You can always switch them. And that's the good thing about these builds. They're going to perform just as good. Of course, Cunning, Overpower. We're going to have Predator. We're not going to get hit with this axe build. That's the specialty of the axe. It does a lot of damage. That's why you want the axe. Part breaks are going to be the easiest with the axe. Because you can really get in like one hit. If you really get that big hit, you can get a part break in one hit. So we're going to have Predator. 35% extra damage. And it loses when you get hit. So don't get hit and you keep it going. Sharpen, Berserker, and Conduit. So the difference is going to be, we're going to have Mantle of Thorns with Catalyst on it and Stride of Thorns with Catalyst on it. That's going to be the difference between these builds here. And of course, Time Weave with Cunning on it. So keep in mind with that. And that's pretty much the differences between all these other builds. So moving on to, in fact, hold up. Also, we have Grim Onslaught and Overcharged Cylinder. Can't forget about that. But moving on to our hammer. With our hammer, we're going to have Predator as well. It's not going to have Catalyst. Instead of Catalyst, it's going to have Conduit. And it's going to have Aether Evasion. When we dodge, our Lantern ability goes down by 15%. So we can keep up that attack speed with Strike Zeal. And then for the Inferno's Burden, we're going to have Mighty Landbreaker. So we get that damage buff. And then we have Antique Clip. So Aether Charge ammo increase by 300%. So you do your little priming tax, and boom, you're doing a lot of damage. A lot. Moving on to our chain blades here. This is going to be like one of the fastest slaying builds right here. Yeah, so we're going to have Catalyst on this course. Conduit, doesn't matter which one you choose. We're going to have Catalyst on this. We're going to be using tonics. Really fast and effective. Cruel Wrist Strike and Hurricane Blades. That little blade spin. And yeah, moving on. I'm about to lose my voice, y'all. We got the Pike here, and the Pike, same thing as our sword. Then we have Savage Wellspring, so we get that critical strike chance. And If you want to do wounds with this build, you can. Executioner, Spearhead. You can do that. Or you can choose whichever one you want. Doesn't matter. Moving on to our repeaters. Repeaters is pretty fun. Pretty fun. It's going to be a Predator build right here with Aether Gravation, just like our hammer. And with this salvo chamber, Captain's Grip, and Lucky Magazine, critical strike chance, every round missing. So even more crits, man. Even more. Keep out those crits. Now for our last build right here, got the Strikers. And with the Strikers, we're going to have Catalyst as well. Of course, Conduit, like I said. And here we have Titan's Crash, or you can use the Adamant Bolt. Doesn't matter. Fit your playstyle. Psychon Strike Plate for the mod. And that's going to be it for these builds. I want to go through it pretty quickly because, I mean, they're basically the same. And they're really the top builds in Dauntless, in my opinion. Top 5 builds. Because it's just Berserker, you need Berserker. You're going to do so much damage with Berserker in any build. And, of course, Cunning, Impulse, Overpower. But you have these damage-based cells that are really going to be outputting damage a lot. But enough with this. Hope you enjoyed the rest of this video, man. These builds are insane. Try them out. You have to. I'm telling you. You're going to slay Urska really fast at level 20. I'm doing this for like level 10s and like low 15s. Not even max level. So, trust me. You're going to get those part breaks. But, yeah, guys. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. Road to 2K. Hope these builds are good for y'all. And let's get right into the gameplay. Enjoy, y'all.